The film opens with Charlie competing in a sailing race alongside his younger brother Sam, while his classmate Tess watches with admiration. After securing first place, Charlie earns a sailing scholarship to Stanford University. Despite the exciting opportunity, his upcoming departure troubles both brothers. Ever since their father left, Charlie has been more than a brother to Sam. He has been his closest friend and role model. Heartbroken by the thought of separation, Sam struggles to accept the news. To comfort him, Charlie promises they will spend an hour each day playing baseball together until college begins. Later, while preparing to attend a party with friends, Charlie is asked by his mother to stay home and look after Sam during her double shift. After his mother leaves for work, Charlie quietly sneaks out, hoping to make it to the party. Before he can leave, Sam catches him and insists on being dropped off at a friend's house. Reluctantly, Charlie agrees and takes his brother along. While merging onto the highway, tragedy strikes when a truck driver makes a reckless mistake and crashes directly into their car. The impact sends the vehicle flipping repeatedly across the road. In the aftermath, Charlie is rushed into an ambulance, where his heartbeat briefly flatlines. Refusing to give up, a determined paramedic keeps working until Charlie suddenly regains consciousness. But his relief is short-lived. Looking around, Charlie spots Sam lying nearby, lifeless. Realizing his brother is gone, he breaks down in tears, desperately crying that he cannot leave Sam behind. At Sam's funeral, Charlie is supposed to place his brother's baseball and glove into the grave. Unable to bear the loss, he runs into the woods and breaks down in tears. There, he is stunned to see Sam standing before him, reminding him that he's late for their baseball practice. Overjoyed, Charlie promises to meet him every evening at sunset, no matter what. 5 years later, Charlie works as a caretaker at the cemetery where Sam is buried. He abandoned his Stanford dreams, gave up sailing, and stayed behind even after his mother moved away. At work, he reunites with Tess Carroll, whose old feelings for him quickly resurface. If you're enjoying this recap, be sure to leave a like. While placing flowers on Tess's father's grave, Charlie meets his old friend Sullivan, now seemingly an army officer. Another caretaker, Alistair, notices Charlie is talking to thin air. Sullivan actually died years earlier in combat. Used to Charlie's strange behavior, Alistair says nothing. That evening, Charlie keeps his promise to Sam, meeting him in the woods at sunset for their daily baseball practice. The brothers laugh, play, and splash in a nearby pond until the hour ends and Sam vanishes, leaving Charlie alone once again. The following day, Charlie reunites with Florio Ferrante, the paramedic who saved his life. Over coffee, Florio urges Charlie to stop hiding in the cemetery and use his second chance for something greater, forcing Charlie to confront the life he abandoned for a brother he knows is gone. While strolling along the harbor, Charlie notices Tess preparing her sailboat for a major race. Watching her chase her dream rekindles memories of his own abandoned ambitions. That evening, he excitedly tells Sam about Tess and even brings a magazine to show him her boat. Later, Charlie secretly sketches the vessel at the harbor before Alistair drags him to an anniversary party. There, former classmates ridicule him for wasting his talent and never moving on from the past. Furious, Charlie throws one of them out. Returning to the harbor, he reflects on his sailing glory days until Tess appears. Their heartfelt conversation reveals a growing connection, and after she notices his sketch, Charlie wishes her luck and quietly departs. The next day, Tess takes her boat out for practice despite her coach's warning about an approaching storm. Determined to test her vessel, she switches off communication and sails straight into the rough weather. That evening, Charlie meets Sam as usual, and the brothers continue their baseball practice even as heavy rain pours down around them. The following morning, Charlie accidentally startles Tess while working at the cemetery and discovers she spent the night there after surviving the storm with a head injury. He brings her to his cottage, treats her wound, and listens to her story. When Tess reveals she'll be leaving for 6 months after the race, Charlie impulsively invites her to dinner. Later, after his usual visit with Sam, he shares a quiet evening with Tess. During dinner, Tess notices a box of Sam's keepsakes, prompting Charlie to share memories of his brother. As their connection grows, Tess leaves, then playfully calls Charlie into the woods, where a game of hide-and-seek leads to a romantic night together. The next morning, Charlie finds the sketch of her boat hanging on his door with the message, "Come and find me." He rushes to the harbor and joins Tess aboard her boat. Sailing again after 5 years, Charlie feels truly alive. As they drift across the water, Tess recites her late father's favorite poem, and the two spend hours talking. Distracted by his newfound happiness, Charlie misses sunset and his meeting with Sam. When he finally reaches the forest, a hurt Sam accuses him of forgetting him and warns that he is beginning to disappear. Charlie tearfully promises it will never happen again. Subscribe to the channel before watching ahead. When Tess sees Charlie talking to an invisible Sam, she finally understands his secret and urges him to let his brother go. But Charlie refuses and chases after Sam into the woods. The next day, Tess makes a horrifying discovery. People cannot see her, and she has no reflection. Soon after, police reveal that Tess and her boat have been missing at sea for 3 days. Charlie finds her near her father's grave, where she realizes she may be dead, and begins fading away despite his attempts to comfort her. Devastated, Charlie later learns that Florio has also died and receives his St. Jude medallion. While staring at Tess's note, "Come and find me," Charlie suddenly pieces everything together. Tess may not be dead at all. She could still be alive, trapped in a coma, and trying to lead him to her before it was too late. Convinced that Tess is still alive, Charlie races to Alistair and shares his theory. Together with Tess's coach, Dink, they set out across the water despite doubts that Cape Flattery, the lighthouse, is far from Tess's last known position. As night approaches, Sam waits alone in the forest for Charlie, but when his brother never arrives, a beautiful vision of their happiest memories surrounds him. At peace at last, Sam smiles and disappears into a bright light. Out at sea, Charlie senses the loss and silently apologizes to him. Moments later, a shooting star inspires Charlie to change course toward Cape Flattery. Reaching the lighthouse, he realizes its beam was the light Tess saw before losing consciousness. They soon discover her wrecked boat smashed against the rocks, and despite the freezing waves and warnings to wait for rescuers, Charlie dives into the water himself. Inside the wreck, however, Tess is nowhere to be found. After searching the wrecked boat, Charlie climbs the rocks and finds Tess unconscious but still alive. Holding her close to keep her warm, he waits until rescuers arrive. Later, Charlie awakens in a hospital and is relieved to learn that Tess survived. After his release, he visits her, and Tess admits she's been having vivid dreams in which they shared moments together. Charlie gently reveals those were not dreams but real memories, proving it by reciting the poem she once shared with him. Moved by the revelation, Tess agrees to join him for a boat ride. That evening, Charlie returns to the forest and apologizes to Sam for breaking his promise. Though Sam never appears, his voice reassures Charlie that he is at peace and encourages him to live his life. With a final goodbye to his brother, Charlie leaves with Tess, embracing a future built on healing, love, and new beginnings. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one!